Hello, welcome to this video. This is a timeless tarot reading for the North Node in Cancer sign in astrology. Your astrological North Node is your destiny in this lifetime. It's where you're supposed to be headed and the reason why you incarnated in some respects, at least as it relates to astrology. And for that reason, I'm fascinated by this placement. In fact, it's my favorite sign in the entire natal chart. Now, if you don't know what your North Node is, I've put a link to a calculator in the description below. You'll need your time of birth in order to find your North Node. If you don't know what your time of birth is, you can contact Vital Records to get an updated birth certificate. That is if you're in the United States. You can contact the hospital that you were born in if you know what that is. And alternatively, you could ask a family member or your mother or your father for if they know what time it was. Now, you should only watch one of these videos, by the way, because you only have one North Node. I was first brought on to the North Nodes when I was 26. I went to an astrologer in Portland, Oregon, and she said to me, Zane, you have to go downstairs and you have to buy this book, Astrology for the Soul by Jan Spiller. And I'm really glad I did because I can say it has changed my life in some respects, at least the degree to which it can, the degree to which a book can, because it's really helped me view my destiny and my path in a different way. It's highly personal. So I've put a link to this in the description below if you want to purchase it. If you're at all interested in North Nodes or any of this, I would highly recommend anybody actually who's in astrology check this out. But I thought I would go ahead and read the sort of opening passage here for the North Node in Cancer, so you can get a feel. So attributes to develop. Work in these areas can help uncover hidden gifts and talents. So if you work on these things, you can get gifts and talents that are hidden. You have noticing and validating feelings, empathy, nurturing and supporting others, building one's own foundation and security, honest disclosure of feelings and insecurities, humility, accepting others' foibles and fluctuating moods without judgment, staying centered in one's own feelings. So there are like 40 to 50 pages for each North Node. It's incredibly deep information, and it's really good, so I highly recommend it. But let's go ahead and get into this. I've already gone ahead and shuffled the cards because of the longer intro, so let's see what we have here. Let's see where your destiny is headed right now for your North Node, where you are along the path. And if this video resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I also want to say I'm grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. Same with my Patreons, but let's see what we have here for you. North Node in Cancer. All right, make sure everything's in view here, and we'll get right into this for you. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have the Five of Cups. So this is someone who's sitting in disappointment. You could potentially have gone through some sort of disappointing situation, or maybe you're just going through it right now. It's interesting. Sometimes I connect the cups suit to depression, or just it can mean feeling down, especially when you get the Five of Cups. There could just be a situation where it would be in your best interest to try to look on the bright side. I know it's easier said than done when you're going through something like that, but that's what the Five of Cups is all about. Now, taking a look here, I like what I see. You have the Hierophant right away in the middle. So this is a card of tradition, okay? So there are a lot of different meanings with the Hierophant, but it can mean a card of marriage, traditional marriage. It can mean a card of the place that you work, like your structure, your organization that you work at, mentors, religious situations, religion rather. So for some of you, it could mean that you're either sailing forward to a new organization, career, or you're finding like a mentor for some of you. we'll see what else goes along with that as we go along. But in the past, you have the Ten of Cups. This is a card of happiness. It's one of the most happy cards in the tarot. It's all 10 cups overflowing, good times with others, good things happening, associated with family as well. It could mean that for some of you, what you've really wanted as a part of your destiny, Cancer, is to have a family and to sort of have that for yourself and nurture that, because you have the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant. Some of you have manifested this for yourself here with the Magician. This is somebody who is the master manifester. It's somebody who can take all of the tools at hand and create something for themselves with everything that they already have. It doesn't, with the Magician doesn't need to go learn anything or go buy anything. They already have everything that they need. So for some of you, you've manifested a family situation. And for others of you, what's going on here is you've taken time to master something. You could be an academic, or you could have spent time in academia with the Hermit here in the past. You could have just spent time on a subject or a field of interest that you've studied for a long time and you've mastered. So for some of you, it's family. For others of you, I feel like it's skill or career interests that you've spent time looking at. Now, in your current situation, you have the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Death card. So we have this card of, tradition here. But with the Death card under it, it's like you are bucking that tradition. You're going off of the traditional path. I'm trying to think of the word, but it's like being untraditional or nonconformist. Nonconformist is what I'm trying to find. With the Death card and the Hierophant, it's like you are not going with the grain. You're not doing what other people want you to do. And I think that this is sort of liberating for you with the Death card and the Hierophant. And you're doing some sort of transformation in your life that maybe makes some other people uncomfortable. And this could also be what's this Five of Cups is talking about, this disappointment perhaps that you're dealing with. Now at the same time, you have the Knight of Wands. At the same time, you're charging forward. You're like, yes, I have taken a unique approach, a non-traditional approach to my life so far. Maybe you didn't find the marriage. Maybe you didn't have the kids yet, for some of you. And this Knight of Wands is somebody who's like just living life. They're living their passions and doing what they love to do and what they know is true for them. It can also mean moving residence. Some of you maybe have recently moved as a part of your destiny. Or you've moved to a new organization. However, I feel like you're a total nonconformist here, and you're doing something that other people maybe is uncomfortable for other people. Maybe other people's expectations were high for you, and you said, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's part of your destiny. It's part of your North Node. Now in the future, you have the King of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So this King of Swords is somebody who is an authority figure or a business leader, or somebody who will give you a fair shot. This is the scales. This is Libra energy. Somebody who will not take an emotional interest in you, but really help take a business interest in you, or somebody who will help you get from point A to point B. And so for some of you, there is a mentor here. This is not going to resonate with everyone, but for some of you there is, or there's someone in a position of authority who's helped you along your path. You have the Five of Wands. This is conflict potentially coming in the future. It could mean that you're bucking heads, or you're going against the wishes of your mentor. It could mean that they've had some sort of, this could also be a family member, a father figure, something like that, or just an older family member. It could mean that they've had different plans for you and you're just like, no, I'm doing something else. And at the end of all of this, you have the Page of Pentacles. There's going to be some sort of new offer that comes in the material realm. This could be in housing. It could be in academia. It could be in, and when I say housing, I mean real estate. It could be in anything material, or there could just be good news arriving, just generally, if that's not resonating. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle messages here and see what we get for you. So we have forgiveness. I think you're coming to an understanding of why someone is disappointed in you, but at the same time, you're not letting it knock you off your path. That's their stuff. Ultimately, with be assertive here as well, that's ultimately their stuff. You know, it's your life. Nobody can live it for you. And if you're having trouble with where you're going, or how to handle somebody's behavior. You can always ask your angels. If you don't believe in angels or God, you can ask the universe. Take time to meditate, take time to listen to your dreams. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, we have Kuan Yin and Karen, compassion, choose to be love, offer a helping hand, do what is right for everyone involved. So it's interesting because the author of this oracle deck associates it with Reiki, Kuan Yin with Reiki, or alternative healing, alternative energy modalities. Some of you may be doing that. You have Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. Some of you dealing with just relationships generally. Others of you, part of it is like finding a family, creating a family is part of what you want in this lifetime, what you've incarnated to, at least partially what you've incarnated to do. And then you have charity, prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Another message here of you connecting to source, connecting to spirit, connecting to the universe or God, whatever it is that you believe in. And so some of you really taking time to do that after this reading potentially, and getting clear on what it is you want and where it is you want to go. So let's see what other messages want to come forward here for you in this reading. All right, so we have Temperance, Three of Wands, Six of Wands. So I like that. Anytime you get the Temperance card, which you have right here with the Death card, the 13, number 14, the Temperance, it's nice because it feels like a turnaround. You've decided to transmute yourself. You've decided to take what you used to do or what you thought you wanted to do, and you're now changing it into something else. You're following your passion, you're following your bliss, as Joseph Campbell would say. You're doing what you actually want to be doing, and that's the turnaround here. It feels healing for you to do this, especially with the Ten of Cups and the Temperance card clarifying there. It's just the right thing for you, and it may not make sense to some other people. You have the Three of Wands and the Magician. You're manifesting small wins, okay? The Three of Wands is initial success. It's the first win in the Suit of Wands. And what's really interesting here is you have the second win in the in the Suit of Wands, which is the Six of Wands below it. Your small win is quite literally toppling into a big win. And you've manifested that for yourself. For some of you, it was mastering something with the Hermit, a subject or a field of study. For others of you, you're manifesting, family or just doing something non-traditional. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Knight of Swords, the Tower, and the Page of Swords. Okay, what's interesting here is it gets heavier here. So you have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I need to explain to you with those two cards, Knight of Swords is impulsivity, Knight of Wands is spontaneity. So there's a difference between making impulsive decisions and spontaneous decisions. So you want to be very careful here after this reading that you're not impulsive in something, because that could lead to some sort of upheaval or tower moment. The thing about the tower moment is, though, you can't plan for them. Okay, tower moments come in to show us where we need a gut check or a reality check. It's not something that you should fear. It's just something that you should work through. I know it's easier said than done, but the tower moment is like a false belief, okay? It's something that's an illusion. It's something that you thought was real, but is actually not, that's coming in and changing. And for you, it's this Hierophant, which was doing something traditional. And this is what I've been picking up on this entire time, which is you're not conforming. You're doing something different. And for you, with this Death card and the Page of Swords, there could have been disappointing news that was delivered and it led you to a major transformation in your life, or there could have been a situation that happened that you weren't expecting that transformed something. You have the Five of Cups, Judgment, wow, and the Emperor, wow. So I will tell you that this is all going to work out for the best, as it always does, but you have the Five of Cups twice, so there's definitely disappointment from that King of Swords Hierophant figure. Is this authority figure or this mentor or this family, probably a masculine in your life, was just like straight up disappointed you in some way. And the thing is with the Five of Cups, if they would just turn around, they'd realize that there are two cups overflowing. There are always things to look forward to. And it really tells you to try to the best of your ability, look on the bright side. And you also here have the Five of Wands. That conflict is leading you to an awakening period in your life. This is an inner calling that you're following. It's really nice to see the Judgment in a North Node reading, because the North Node, as I said, is your destiny, but it's really just your inner calling. It's like something that it's, by the way, the North Node is the hardest thing that you'll do in this lifetime, because the South Node, the opposite of it, is like things that are easy for you. The North Node is the thing that is very hard, but it comes with major rewards if you can do it. And on top of that, you have the Emperor with the Page of Pentacles. You're either meeting you're bossing up here. The Emperor is big boss energy. With the Page of Pentacles, this is coming through an offer or good news in some area of your life here. So that's a really nice combination. That's a combination of success in business or career or finance. So something good coming in. It's just at the same time you're dealing with these major changes with the Death card and the Tower and the Judgment. The huge transformations. It's almost like at the end of this, you're not going to be the same person. You have Mature Man. There's that Mentor again. You have the Lovers, Wealthy Man, Child, Imprisonment, Poverty. Yeah, so Judication and the King of Swords is kind of like the same idea. It's like the scales, it's law and order, anything like that. It's just that it's almost like maybe they didn't give you a fair shot and you had their number or something like that. Like you knew that this wasn't a good situation for yourself, and now you're getting out. You were trapped. You're returning to child self here. You're returning to child self and doing what you really want to be doing. Some of you, it's like maybe the relationship situations in your life so far haven't gone like you've thought they would, and you're still hoping for it. I'm not saying it's not possible, but at the same time, there's like also energy here where you kind of want to build your empire with the Page of Pentacles and the Emperor. So yeah, Wealthy Man, it doesn't matter what gender you are watching this. This is just investments paying off. You also have Great Fortune on the bottom. This is someone who's at the end of a successful trading day. It's some sort of investment paying off. Great Fortune is the best card in this Oracle deck. Positive change in material situations. So I definitely see that for you, but at the same time, you're dealing with upheavals, like major changes. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.